Hello, everybody. I'm happy that you are here and want to listen to me. My lecture concerns the question, what is Omnibus 7? It's an initiative of the European Commission to reform all data laws in Europe. Let me use my PowerPoint slide for that, which I have prepared. So, the problem, as I said, is the EU data regulation on Data Act, AI Act, and last, of course, the Digital Omnibus. Let me give you first an overview. The digital regulatory ecosystem comprises several regulations. On the one hand, the Data Act, which has to do with the access of the user to data stored, for instance, in an electronic car. Then the AI Act, a huge regulation on every problem of AI from a regulatory perspective. And then we have finally the big surprise of Ms. von der Leyen, the head of the European Commission, the Digital Omnibus Package foreseen for the end of this year and the beginning of next year. The aim is to have a coherent governance of data and AI. Let me first talk about the Data Act, which entered into force on the 11th of January 2024. The objective is a fair access to data generated by connected devices such as automatic cars or electronic refrigerator. Key element is for especially the user rights to access of data from information and technology devices. And in addition, there are data sharing obligations for data holders. We have design obligations for these devices. Devices must enable user access by default. And problem is, how does it can be regulated without any interference with the general data protection regulation and sectoral laws. Then we have the EOI Act, which entered into force in August 2024. It has a risk-based approach. It distinguishes certain risks when you use AI. We have prohibited AI users, for instance, for manipulative predictive policing. We have high-risk systems. There's a huge volume of regulations on these high-risk systems. So they have conformity assessment documentation, they have human oversight, and in the last minute, they have integrated additional regulations on general purpose AI, such as ChatGPT or DeepSeek. That means they have to fulfill transparency duties. All that is sanctions very highly, so you have to really stick to these rules. The problem is the Data Act and the AI Act have been made without reference to each other. So they are independent and there are a lot of overlaps. And they threaten, at least in the view of the Commission, to kill new applications, for instance, in AI. Overlaps are especially the access rights foreseen in the Data Act do not fit with the documentation duties in the AI Act. So there are a lot of challenges and threats for AI companies. That is the reason why Ms. von der Leyen made the Digital Omnibus Package 2025 started. The first official draft will be published at the end of November. We know several parts of this package. So it's the idea to simplify digital regulation. Therefore, it covers GDPR, Data Act, AI Act, Data Governance Act, Open Data Directive. All these regulations are put together for a new omnibus package. It's the aim to reduce the burdens, especially for small and medium enterprises, and to clarify all these overlaps between acts and directives which have been enacted so far. And there's the aim to extend compliance deadlines, so not to kill all new initiatives, technology from the side of legislator. So, the Commission needs to solve following questions. How will Data Act exercise affect AI training obligations? Will the omnibus lead to a substantive AI Act amendment and liberalization? Are small and medium enterprises sufficiently protected from regulatory overload? And how do Data Act design obligations shaped in information and technology systems and AI? That is all I can say within my 10 minutes foreseen. I hope you've understood. There will be a follow-up video, which I recommend very highly. When the first draft will be published, I stick to the point and report on that in the video. So thank you very much for listening to me.